Ooh, what's happening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great one out there. Let's get into some music. some music. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to listen to the Allman Brothers Band. We're going to listen to the track In Memory of Elizabeth Reed. We're going to listen to the Live at the Fillmore East recording version, which was taken from 1971. Now, in particular, we're doing this track because it's a favorite song from James Cole, who has responded that this is his favorite song, so that's what we're going to do. But it has also been suggested to me by Steve Foreman. Come On, It's Such a Joy, Movid, Danny Griffin, SJD, Jim Cole, Two Vision Digital, Bob Schenkel, JLB, Cujo, Joel Liebler, Mr. Wondrous, Dr. Hurst, David Oliveris, Ray. It goes on from there and on from there. Like, it goes on. I'm looking 4 years back. So anyways, thank you guys for the suggestion. Let's go ahead and pull up the track. It's about 13 minutes. So settle in, settle down, take a sip, and let's get into it. That was a loud sip. I'm sorry.
A song Dickie Betts wrote from our second album, In Memory of Elizabeth Reed.
Let's go. It's a smooth entrance. Excuse me. That is some great guitar. I love the bass fill around it. Great drumming in the back, too. Hear that dual guitar there? Whoa, that was deep. That was a cool little switch. That was a fun switch. Wow. That was a playful, progressive transition. guitar go-to kind of tracks. And it's such a fun rhythm section in the back as well with the bass and the drums. This has to be one of like the most classic guitar tracks ever. Doubled up. Right into that organ, just smash you right in. Smash you right in. Love how jazzy and busy the drums are, without it all being distracting. It's just a cool song track to listen to. It's just cool. I like those chords a lot. Back into the guitar. Hear it rising. There you go, you heard him. Foreshadowing. Those organ chords are still playing in the back. That's a little repeated phrase. That was strong. It's got a little bite to it. Nice bass fill. You can lead a horse to water, but make him drink. Did you hear how the bass set that up? That intensity? Ah. Talk to me. There's some really catchy riffs in here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't know how he's doing it. It sounds cool. Man, did they bring it back in there. Whoa. And a drum solo. Right back to it. That was so good. That was so good to listen to. That was just 13 minutes of great music. What else is there to say? Why put more flavor on it? It's just 13 minutes of good music. Like, I would love to say like classic guitar, of which, yeah, this has to be one of those tracks that's like known for its guitar work, but just all around, this was so fun to listen to. And to me, perfect length, made me satisfied. By the end of it, by the end of 13 minutes, I was like, ooh, I'm good. I didn't need any more. It was concise for what it was. They hit all the right points. The riffs are catchy. I love the main riff that it comes back to. Ba ba da da ba 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 da da ba ba da da da. It's so fun, a little proggy, And then they go back to like whatever they're doing, whether they're kicking out a stellar electric guitar solo, dropping in a drum solo at the very end before hitting the end. Da 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 da. The bass is so phenomenal. In the third quarter of the track, where we have Allman at like just incredibly intense guitar, like it is building up and it continues to build up. What I love is that every single time before it builds up into the next part of its climax, you hear the bass doing a fill, throwing something out there like a piece of ham to a dog that's just ready to run to the fence. Like it's just throwing something, and then you get that call and that intensity return threefold with the guitar. Just such a really cool moment. The track starts off relatively calm and cool and collected, but by the end, it's off its proggy hinges. It's just this really cool jam of a track that it just sounds really, really cool. I mean, I can't say anything more than that. It's just a wonderful track. The organ playing is so good too. I love how, of course, you hear it throughout the track, but you hear it do the solo, and then it kind of sets itself back into the background, but it's still there. Just like before, you heard a little bit of the guitar foreshadowing itself before it took over. Just a really good moment. Let's look at some of the information about this track. Obviously, it's instrumental. So like I said, it's off of their studio album, Idlewild South, but we listened to the live recording at the Fillmore East over here. Let's see. It says, I don't care about the original track because that's not what we listened to. It says that it was inspired by a woman Betts was involved with in the group's hometown in Macon, Georgia. She was the girlfriend of musician Boz Scaggs, with Betts later saying she was Hispanic and somewhat dark and mysterious, and she really used it to her advantage and played it to the hilt. To cloak her identity, the composition is named after a headstone Betts saw in the cemetery, where the band members often ventured in their early days to relax. I guess it is a place of final rest.
Please clap.
Let's see. Considerable legend developed about the piece's genesis and what Betts was doing there. Dwayne told some crazy stuff about that graveyard. I don't want to tell all, but that's the part that matters. Betts later said, for his part, vocalist Greg Allman was candid about his experiences in the cemetery. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have my way with a lady or two down there.
Oh my.
The cemetery later became the final resting spot of Dwayne and Greg Allman, along with bassist Barry Oakley and drummer Butch Truck. So they are all buried there. So here's the information specifically about the performance here. I'm not going to sit here and read every single point here, but what a wonderful track this was, which you can see all the details of exactly what they're kind of playing. And you know what? Looking at this right here, it did, in some parts, especially in the beginning, it did sound a little Santana-like with the coolness of that guitar and the way that it moved along. I will say that it did kind of sound a little bit like Santana, or at least adjacent, if you will. It says Allman himself told writer Robert Palmer at that time that kind of playing comes from Miles and Coltrane, and particularly Kind of Blue. I've listened to that album so many times that for the past couple of years, I haven't hardly listened to anything else. I mean, it is an incredible jazz album. That's a good one. Blue and Green is the best track off that one. That is just, subtlety and shades. Let's see. Almost 2 decades later, Palmer would write of the Allmans that if the musicians hadn't quite scaled Coltrane-like heights, they had become as close as any rock band was likely to get. That's just a really, really awesome track. But let me know, of course, what you guys thought of it. I'm sure that you enjoyed it. I hope you did. If not, you can let me know what you thought in the comments down. You enjoyed this one. Thank you, of course, once again, James, for sharing your favorite song with me, and for everyone else that has suggested it as well. Press the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Support what I do on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. You don't have to. You just sit back and relax. And that's it. That's all I got to say. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys. That's all I got to say. I say.